This is the Paper Horse Weekly Recap video. Of course, the biggest story this week was the US Open final. We covered it. It's a big story, and there's a lot of talking points. So, let's take you through it. The US Open Championship final would of course conclude with a 15-10 victory for Pilot over BTA. This is actually the third Open win for Patron Curtis Pilot of the Pilot team, and actually his third time winning both the US Open and the Gold Cup in the same year. Notably, this is also the first time 10-goaler Jeta Castagnola would actually put his name on the historic Tiffany Trophy. Now, you should know the scoreline doesn't fully convey how close this game actually was in certain sections. BTA coach Tommy Biddle admitted that the team got off to a little bit of a slow start, but they made some adjustments in the fourth and fifth chukkers, and they were able to shorten their lead to a one-goal game, at which point in the fifth chukker they were trailing 10-11. Then, with 2 minutes left before the start of the sixth chukker, Lorenzo Chavanne converted an open goal penalty to extend Pilot's lead. From there, it was 3 more goals for Pilot in the final chukker to make up that final score. BTA was slightly the outside bet going into the final, but in the end we got a game that certainly could have gone either way. Pilot knew what they were up against, and the narrow margin of the fourth and fifth chukker came as no surprise to Jeta Castagnola, who said, "BTA is a very good team. Ultimately, we knew that if we wanted to win, we had to play very well, and luckily we were able to do that." An interesting game, but perhaps more interesting than the game itself are some of the talking points behind the players. Let's talk about Lorenzo Chavanne, just 18 years old and in his second high-goal season. He delivered one of the standout performances of the tournament, earning Most Valuable Player honors in the final, while his horses swept the Best Playing Pony awards, and his string won Best of the Year. Likewise, on Team BTA, Krueger has been a talking point of the season after stepping up for her father, Kelly Beal. She's made a massive impact throughout the season with her steadfast marking abilities, playing well above her handicap. This impact has been noticed. She was named unofficial MVP of the semifinals, and after the finals themselves, Lorenzo Chavanne said, simply, "She's a machine." This was Casey's first time in the final, and she admitted it was a little nerve-wracking, but also that it was a very special thing to be a part of. If you didn't know, she plays on Team BTA beside her husband Steve, who said of the season, "This season we just wanted to compete and play well and give ourselves chances. And we exceeded our expectations, and we enjoyed it immensely, and hopefully we'll be back." You can check out this story over here. We'll link it in the description if you want to hear more about Team BTA and Steve and Casey. However, that is not the end of the familial ties in the final. You might be interested to know that Lorenzo's father is actually Jeta's godfather, and both their fathers, Santiago Chavanne and Lolo Castagnola, played together back in the day. A rather interesting final, lots of talking points. We really only scratched the surface in the video, so you should check out that full story, which we'll link in the description. Of course, you'll also find all the relevant links in the description, so make sure to check that out. And a reminder to subscribe, because we will of course be doing videos like this every week. Other than that, thank you very much for watching, and we'll hopefully see you in the next one. Goodbye.